The next gold rush has already started, with tens of thousands of hobby prospectors picking up tools that can extract the fine gold the old timers could never get. Tools like this modern sluice box and this modern hand pump allow for easier extraction of the fine gold that the old guys couldn't capture, making ground that was once worthless to them extremely valuable to us. Even things like the humble garden trowel have seen a makeover. Even improvements on such tools as this have allowed us to catch more gold. This scoop keeps the soil liquefied, so when it hits the sluice box, there's no clay balls that form and don't allow gold to roll over the matting without having a chance to be captured. At today's gold prices, 1 troy ounce of gold is worth 2,450 Australian dollars. That's almost $79 a gram, meaning that with nothing more than a small sluice box, a bucket, shovel and pan, you can make a day's wages on many creeks here in Australia. But as always, the catch is sniffing out the gold. Whilst I'm using the next generation of Vortex matting allowing for better gold recovery and smaller cleanups, you still have to be feeding it dirt that has gold in it. The spirals you see here in the matting create a vortex that sucks gold down and throws lighter things out, and the drop riffles in between add an extra layer of protection for your gold. And the Kraken has shown me a spot that is likely to hold a lot of that shiny yellow metal. Big boulders that haven't moved in quite a long time tend to collect gold. And I'm going to waste absolutely no time using my pump to suck the gravel out from between these huge rocks to get the gold. Gold is 19 times heavier than water, meaning that it sinks to the bottom of anything pretty quickly. So when you try to use a shovel to scoop up gravel, often it just stirs the gold up and sinks to the bottom. The pump allows us to suck the gold up and it can't escape. Just 3 buckets in, the gold is starting to really show in the top mat. Let's catch a little more. In total, I stayed to process 5 buckets in 1 hour. It was a great little afternoon session on the creek with my papa. And it's worth mentioning that this is an incredibly slow way of processing modern pay dirt. I could use a high banker and probably push through 10 or 15 times the quantity I did in this session in the same amount of time. Even so, at the end of the day, it comes down to where you dig and not the equipment you use. All modern sluice boxes, pans and tooling will capture pretty much 98% of the gold almost 100% of the time. It's either up to you to sniff out that pay dirt or you're training your dog to do it for you. This right here is what all that work was about. Gold. Yes, it's fine, but fine gold often comes in abundance. Every speck you see here is worth about 2 Australian cents. Gold in every single cell. Look at it. Look at that bit. Whoa! Whilst the methods of extracting gold from pay dirt have changed dramatically in the last 150 years, the principles of extracting your gold out of your pay dirt remain the same, and that is just a hell of a lot of panning. Look at that! This is often people's least favourite part of prospecting, getting the gold out of the black sand, and in my case I'm dealing with tin, which is not magnetic and it means you have to pan down every single speck. And whilst machines such as blue balls and cleanup sluices can significantly reduce the time it takes to clean the gold, panning is still a necessary part of the process. Ooh. This is how you ultimately get good at panning down cons. With the last pieces of black sand removed from the gold, you can finally see the results. The gold in this area tests at about 97% pure, making it some of the purest natural gold in the whole world. Once the gold's on the scales, you can find out exactly how much money you made for your time and effort. That means I earned roughly $29 Australian at the time of recording for just about an hour's worth of work on the creek and maybe 10 or 15 minutes here at home. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please give your dog a scratch behind the ears for me. Peace. And I'm out.